Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at World of Tanks Blitz's coming soon trailer for the newest update coming into World of Tanks Blitz. We got some stuff that looks pretty interesting, some stuff we already knew, and some stuff that Wargaming did a pretty bad job of explaining. So let's make our way over to the video and see just exactly what's going on. To start off, we have the new Dead Mouse tank, which I have talked about on the channel previously. Now, one thing I did miss is that the vehicle actually has two different guns. It has a double shot 430 Alpha or something like that, and then it also has a lower Alpha gun as well. So it's got two very different guns that you can run on the vehicle, which we'll have to see when the tank actually gets released, if they keep the stats like that or not. Obviously, I'll have a full review on the vehicle when it is in the game. We can see that this tank is going to be part of a battle pass, and we can actually see some of the stages. You're going to get an avatar, you've got some camos, we got some Dead Mouse containers that you're going to be able to get. Now, I would assume that you're going to have to pay for this battle pass, and the reason why is because we can see at stage 20 is the tank right there. So this is definitely going to be a paid battle pass. There's no way that Wargaming is going to be giving you a free tier 9. I just don't see that as a real possibility. So most likely it's going to cost at minimum around $10 and probably around $15. But honestly, 15 bucks for a brand new tier 9, one that has two separate guns that looks very fun. I actually am quite excited for it. However, as I did mention on my preview, the mobility of the vehicle seems really bad. So I guess we'll have to see how the tank plays when it gets released, but I'm quite excited for it. We can see that there's going to be new reaction packs. We got some new, 8-bit retro-looking Dead Mouse style ones. I do like the fire. That kind of looks like, like an OG video games fire. We got the thumbs up and thumbs down. I like the clover too. It's like an HD clover. They're not bad. I still like the one with the golden turd personally the most. I'm not actually sure what Wargaming's showing in this one. They're showing a multi-use repair kit, which then repairs all the stuff on the tank. But I don't know why they're showing this. Like, somebody let me know in the comments what the reason is. But I'm a little confused on actually, like, what I'm looking at here. And then it shows a background. So I don't know what I'm looking at there. I guess we'll have to see at some point. But interesting. We have the AA-46 here. This is the Tier 7 light tank. It's basically a Comet turned into a light. It looks alright. I made my my review or my preview on this vehicle a while ago, and it didn't seem to be anything too special. However, this vehicle should be earned for free. As we know, every Blitzfair Wargaming gives you the opportunity to earn a free Tier 7. In the past, we've had the T26 E3 Eagle 7. We've had the Sphere. Well, this year, it's probably going to be this, the AA-46. It's a pretty cool vehicle. We can take a look at the statistics of this vehicle really quickly. First of all, if you don't like it, you can sell it for 2,500 gold. Yeah, it's going to cost you 5,000 to get it back. It's why I never recommend to sell vehicles, but you can indeed get your hands on it. The vehicle sits at around 2,800 damage per minute with its Hesh with Kali and 2,900 with Rammer. However, I can't really recommend to run Rammer on this vehicle because it has Hesh. Its standard shells have about 162 mils a pen and 160 damage per shot. The HE gains 20 damage per shot and gives you an additional 300 DPM, sitting at around 143 mils a pen, and then it has standard HE with 200 damage, but awful 43 mils a pen. So essentially, it's Hesh and standard. It's nothing special in terms of the gun, but it is going to feature pretty good DPM, has a top speed of 67, and is a fairly fast light tank with a power to weight of 25.4. It's not close to being the fastest light, but it should still be fairly capable of getting in and out of position. It features 9 degrees of gun depression, so it'll be quite flexible. However, it has basically no armor. We can see that the lower plate is 20 millimeters thick, the upper plate is about 34, meaning that HE, well, the lower plate can be penned with 20 mils of HE, the upper can be penned with 40. So almost every single tier 7 is going to be able to pen you somewhere with high explosive, which means that this is going to be a rather tricky tank for most players to drive. I actually think it's going to be really fun to play, personally. I like light tanks, and I think a light tank with high explosive is going to be really, really fun to mess around with. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the A46, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. And we can see the Lion is going to be the Snow Globe tank, which I have confirmed many times in the past at this point. The Lion is going to be most likely a very small drop chance, as usual, 1%. Then you're going to have to open 10 Snow Globes to get a guaranteed 10 charms to get it. So be prepared to spend at least $200 if you don't have a lot of free XP or gold stored to get your hands on the Lion. We can see some garage attachments, it looks like. These are the little decoratables that you can put in your garage. They actually look pretty cool, not gonna lie. If you're a big fan of Deadmau5, you've got a couple that you can run. You'll probably have to pay for them, but they might be part of the Battle Pass. We can see that there's going to be an Advent calendar through December 1st to 25th, and it looks like you're going to have to play the game for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days to get your hands on a guaranteed LT432. But it's pretty sweet. All you have to do is log in on day 2, day 5, day 6, day 8, and, you know, continue. Just log in, I would say, every day. It takes like 1 second, claim your advent calendar, and then move on. It's pretty sweet that you're getting a free light tank for just playing the game, especially for how many vehicles Wargaming has given away. Obviously, I'm not sure what else they're giving in the advent calendar, but I guess we'll have to see. If you do 20,000 battles, or you have 20,000 games, you are able to either claim the Schwarzpanzer 58 or a Tier 8 certificate. Now, normally I say go for the Schwarzpanzer, because it's the only way that you're able to obtain the vehicle as of now. But, honestly, it might be better off claiming the Tier 8 certificate. Why? Well, if we take a look at the Schwarzpanzer 58 versus the Panzer 58 Moots, which has been in the game for like years now, well, we can see it has worse DPM, it has worse damage per shot, it has worse penetration. We can also take a look at the gold, which also has worse penetration. If we go further down, it does have more shell capacity, and it does have worse aiming time, worse dispersion, worse on-move dispersion, a little bit better on-movement turret dispersion, but in return, 1 degree less gun depression, a top speed that's slower, a reverse speed that's slower, terrain capacity, and overall mobility that is worse. And the only thing that the Schwarzpanzer is better at is more view range and a little bit more camo. That's it. Yeah. That's really all this tank has going for it. It's kind of weird. I really expected this vehicle to be a little bit different than the Moots. I mean, we can take a look at the armor, and let's see what the armor's got working with it. So, it does have decent armor, at least. We can see that, like, the edge of the turret's pretty strong. It does have cheeks, which are about 190, and a hatch as well. But, the armor's not terrible. But once again, the Panzer 58 Moots also has fairly decent armor, as you can see. Like, when using it on a ridgeline, its armor's still decent, but definitely not as good. So really the trade-off you're making is armor. The Schwarzpanzer has quite a bit more armor on the turret, and in return has a little bit worse stats in every other area. Which one do I think's better? Probably the Panzer 58. I'd rather have the DPM, the alpha, the mobility, the accuracy over a teeny bit more armor, which still doesn't seem to be anything all that impressive. So, personally, while I do think the Schwarzpanzer I'm going to claim because I already have every other Tier 8, there's really not much of a reason to go for it if you don't have every other Tier 8, because you're going to be able to get a better Tier 8, most likely out of the Mystery Certificate. But that's at least how I see it. Apart from that, we have a Tier 8 event that Wargaming is going to be bringing out. And, I mean, that's about it for the coming soon trailer. So, I'm pretty excited. I'm really excited for the Lion. I'm actually really excited for this Deadmau5 tank, and I'm really excited for the A46. I mean, we can very briefly take a look at the other gun on this tank, because I kind of did want to see what it's like. So, it has, let's see, 374 damage, not 430. 374, and it features, is it a single shot? Oh, maybe it's not an autoloader. Let's see, shell reload. Oh, it might just be a single shot. So it's got 2,700 DPM, 374 damage per shot. It has 291 mils of heat pen with Cali. That's 329. So same as the other gun. I mean, this gun seems all right. I'm not going to be running this gun, though, because it's just not nearly as fun looking as the other one you can run on the vehicle. So, yeah, I will definitely be running the autoloader, which sure features less DPM, but it looks really fun. So there you have it, ladies and gents. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more like it, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!